through a personal upgrade, which some of you may be experiencing as well. This is January something, 11th or 12th, 2018. And the upgrades will keep on coming. This is the time when we're healing ourselves, when the whole planet is healing itself. So we are concentrating cycles into short spans. Time is squeezable, flexible, crunchable, spinnable. Time is a construct. So many of us are, those of you, which is not everyone, that are interested and you incarnated this time to detox, to heal, to become whole, holy. You may be squeezing a lot of clearing, incarnational clearing, into lots of shorter time spaces than is normal, that you will live many lives in one lifetime. Most of the old system is we would die and then reincarnate and then we'd tackle that thing. Now many people are being rebirthed many times in the same body. It's like we don't have enough time, or we're compressing time to clear more things. But that's not the topic right now. The topic is emotional healing, and the humans are the little gods. Shakespeare, whoever that is, Francis Bacon or John Dee or whoever is actually writing Shakespeare stuff, like a god in action, so beauteous in form, etc. He is tapping in the Greek god ideal, which degenerated into form. We tried to capture it in form, the Atlantean form worship, which the remnant is the Greek statues that the Romans would look like. It was very elitist for a Roman to have a Greek statue in his garden. Same thing we do today, right? Wealthy people collect art, right? Same stuff. We're trying to recapture the height of the arts and the ultimate forms, beauteous like gods in action. But the form worship went off track. Of course, the essence comes first. But that was a hint at the beauty of what humans really are. And I've been getting this information for a while, and I've written a book called Get Real to Heal. It's sitting, and I'm not ready. I should publish it in that form because I'm a bit strident. I'm a bit preachy. I'm a bit of a proselytizer on a mission, to point things out. You should heal your emotional body, then everything else will fall into place. And basically that's what the book does. So I'm going to listen to Spirit and ask Spirit if it wants to be totally scrapped. See? Or adjusted, or put out the way it is with a new tone backing it. We'll see. I'm not sure, because I'm going through this personal upgrade right now myself. But one of the things, the impetus of the whole book, 20 some odd chapters, is multiple angle angels, messengers, right? To try to encourage and hint at, which is what I want to do now, and this is what this upgrade, my personal upgrade, is going on, this personal Kundalini. And by the way, physical pain and physical conditions and all that, they are our saviors, our helpers, our teachers. I was just watching Katie Byron, who I really love, and my first wife was actually helped her get started way back, wrote the first protocols for her when Katie was first starting in California. And so I'd known about Katie for 20, 30 years now. And But she was helping someone who was in chronic pain, supposedly, and going into finding the treasures, the energy blockages, the activations that are represented by the blockages. Now, we can kill ourselves, and sometimes we're not able to transmute them, but we got a lot of it done. But the physical body, we're not able to transmute it into pure energy. You know, it's a tall task. It's a big task. But Earth is a incubator for gods. Don't ye know that ye are gods? It says in the Old Testament, when they threatened to stone Jesus, and the crowd comes with their stones looking for a happy lynching, right? It's not a good day till we've had a good stoning. Jesus says, for which of my good works are you going to stone me? They say, oh, not for your good works. We know you're a healer and you make the blind walk and the lame see. I'm joking. No, for your blasphemy, daring to call yourself a son of God. Right? And he gently points out, does it not say in your own Torah, don't ye know that ye are gods, sons of the Most High, daughters of the Most High? That's in our Judeo-Christian tradition. And then, of course, in every other tradition, Buddhists, whatever, Taoists, it's all, we have it within us. We are the gods. We are the potential God seeds, you know? But, and that's, I'm trying to find an angle so there's some light on me, but it's not right in my face. There we go, maybe. So, we are, now there's various forms of this. It's true, there's a genetic experiment on Earth, and this is, I've been told this now for the last 15 years, you know? And one of the main chapters in this book is emotions, the human's gift to the galaxy. Because we are emotional masters. Many of our space brothers, right? Many of our galactic other humanoids that are finally coming out now, obviously. December 16th, we had on the New York Times, yes, the Pentagon's been dealing with UFOs for many years. It passed with a yawn. I guess there wasn't panic in the street. They could have told us maybe 40 years ago. We could have gotten on with the free technology. But we weren't ready. You don't blame. Don't blame. Don't be a hater. Don't hate. Don't hate the Illuminati. Don't hate the cabals. Wake yourself up. So that's what we're the gods. So these genetic experiments, there are 23 races on the far side of the moon that have been there for hundreds of thousands, some of them hundreds of thousands of years, getting DNA material from all around the galaxy. It's getting far out now. I know that if you're just starting this stuff, you're going to, okay, you lost me, Tobias. It's kind of crazy. I understand, but most of my audience is not that. You're going to, so they've been scouring, not really, scanning the galaxy for the best DNA all. And Earth, not the only place, but one of the few places that there is a melting pot, just like America was meant to be a melting pot for the rest of the world, and Australia, some, and other places too. Earth is a galactic melting pot where we are trying to do the best of the best of the best of the DNA from around the galaxy to create a new galactic model. So you have bird, feline, Sekhmet, Horus, you have reptilians, you have the whole gamut of DNA exists on Earth. And there's many humanoid forms that have those aspects to it. Mermaids, fish, whales, etc., right? And humans are a penultimate, like a god in action, beauteous in form. Gods with a little g. We're not God of the universe. There's a huge difference. So, this multiple DNA from around the galaxy is we're being created. Now, the genetic masters who have been part of this experiment for a long time, thinking that they are superior to us. This I've been told for many, many years. They're going to realize that the human form is actually the new God form, or the new consciousness incarnation form, the new expression for the galaxy. And emotions play a particularly important part in that. So all the races that are mental, if you go towards the center of the galaxy, there's a lot of mental beings. You know, they're very tall with giant heads, you know, Spock-like in demeanor. You know, they're very much stuck in their heads. Others are just earth-based, like Lemurian, lemurs, kind of down-to-earth, you know, earth beings. The human is the bridge. We are both. We are the tree of life. We're heaven into earth, earth into heaven. So the emotions are going to play a particularly powerful role in this, because they are the fine instrument energies that allow for the actual incarnation into a gradated gradient of flesh to light. So the humans who think they've been just the experiment are going to turn out to be the master. The first shall be last, last shall be first, is one way it says it. Sting says it a different way. I'll vanish in the air, you'll never find me. Your servant has become your master. Yes, so any good artist will tap into the archetypes. This is not to feed our egos, not at all. We got a long way to go. But in our personal healing, in the actual transmutation of ourselves, whether it's through pain, sickness, however it manifests, that's where humans are currently transmuting themselves. So we're a multi-experiment of, and that's why these ETs have played gods to us. You know, the Jehovah thing, Anunnaki, Peruvian thing, the Incas, the Aztecs, all of it, the Aborigines. These ETs have played gods to us, thinking we're the lab rats, which we have been. Many models, and then they've instituted wars, and there's been influences to keep us separate, and they don't want the genetic breeding experiments to pollute each other, so there's the thing about not mating with other races, and that's all programming. That's changing now, because this new melting pot human, try to feel between the lines here. It's hard to express because it's such a hidden secret thing here. But so your emotions, the actual emotions are key, the feelings, because these energies are the fine, fine artisan energies of a god. Angels don't have them. The demons don't have them. Humans have them. You have this within you. So every teacher has come and tried to show that the kingdom of heaven is within you. Don't you know that you are gods, etc. Buddha says, what I am doing, what I am, you are. You know, every teacher. So, this is what's happening. And as your personal purging, your PP, is going to be going on, that's where the action is. Understanding this stuff is the booby prize, as I've said in many other videos. Dropping down into the heart, and don't stop at the heart. Keep going down to the belly, down to the root, to the sex, to the root chakra. A full spectrum human. A tree of life human. This is what's coming. For those, many of us, 15% of the earth is 1 billion people. There's 1 billion people ripe for this. That's about the level of it. In my view, I may be wrong. God's source, the big God, may have something up his or her sleeve, which he or she usually does, that is much, much bigger than me. So, if you're interested in more of this tone, this vibration of it, then join me on the webcasts on Sundays, tobiaslars.com, and you can register there. Also, if you're just getting one of the most powerful methods to do this, to actually feel your energies, is the innerbodyawakening.com. That's the basic technique. It's an ancient technique, an ancient Shiva technique. Eckhart Tolle speaks of it briefly. Many other, there's nothing new under the sun. What do they call it? It's a Nidra Yoga. It's the same thing. It's from Shiva. I've just put it into a listenable, easy form. You can listen to it for 18 minutes and just have it do it for itself and activate it in you. So much love. You are the baby gods, for those of you who can hear it. That's the key. Doing any, this little angel, she's the little angel, Allie. She is literally like, her bones are like air. It's amazing. When I see her move, and I just felt her this morning moving, even compared to the other dogs, she's literally like some kind of etheric little being. She wouldn't eat meat unless we gave her the regular dog food. There's something airy. We are upgrading our energies. We are becoming lighter in actual frequency. And part of that is the purging of your physical body, upgrading the DNA. All that stuff is true. But the emotions are a key. Getting real to heal, true. Getting real with your exact feelings. Pain turns into pleasure when you are present with it. Pain turns into simple sensation, really, right? Simple sensation. And without labeling the sensation, it is just sensation. This is why so many times people and I'm not suggesting you do it through pain, but when and if in your personal process, you do get physical manifestations or pain or upgrades. They are upgrades in your physical body and deeper in your energetic body. Resist it not. Go into it. And at this time on earth, it feels like, it certainly is for me, God is laughing at me, Source is laughing at me, going, Tobias, you think you know? You don't know anything. I don't, right? I know a tiny little bit, right? Humility. There's no accident that the word humility is the same root as humiliation. God was joking with me, spirit, my own soul, whatever you want to call it. But to me, I like a personal God still, because I don't feel like I'm God. I feel like I'm a piece, and I have a shot at learning more about who I really am. God was joking with me. He showed me a picture of me on the ground, and he's got his foot on my throat, and he's going, "Really, Tobias? You think you know? Tell me more about how this whole universe works." And then whatever imagery you want, pointed to the angels and said, "Can you guys hear what he's saying? I just hear a bunch of gurgling and a bunch of noise." Most of us are just that. We think we have all these theories. The real deal is totally different. All right. Much love. If you want to join me on the webcast, tobiaslars.com. And more later.